The government of Giorgia Maloney aims to restore nuclear power in Italy after 35 years since the closure of the last nuclear power plant, with the aim of reducing carbon dioxide emissions. This is reported by the Financial Times. Italy's Minister of the Environment and Energy Security, Gilberto Pichetto-Fratin, said Rome plans to introduce legislation that would allow investment in small modular nuclear reactors that could be put into operation within a decade. According to him, by 2050, nuclear energy should account for at least 11% of the country's total electricity consumption, as Italy seeks to reduce its dependence on imported fossil fuels. In order to have a guarantee of a continuous supply of clean energy, we must introduce a quota for nuclear energy, the minister said. Italy built 4 nuclear power plants in the 1960s and 1970s and planned an ambitious expansion of its nuclear capacity. But after the Chernobyl disaster in 1986 in the Soviet Union, Italians overwhelmingly supported the end of subsidies for the development of new reactors in a national referendum. The last nuclear power plant in Italy was closed in 1990. 2 decades later, then Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi tried to restart Italy's nuclear program by passing a new law and drawing up contracts to build new reactors. But his attempt was thwarted by a referendum in 2011, in which more than 90% of voters rejected the plan. In a recent survey commissioned by the leading Italian environmental group Legambiente, 75% of the 1,000 respondents expressed skepticism that nuclear power is the solution to Italy's energy problems, while 25% were strongly opposed on safety grounds. However, 37% of respondents believe that nuclear power can help Italy if the technology is safer. Pichetto-Fratin expressed confidence that the historical disgust of Italians to nuclear energy can be overcome, given that the latest technologies have different levels of safety and benefit families and businesses. The minister also noted that Rome is concerned about over-reliance on solar panels, which are mostly made in China. Many Italians also complain that solar power plants spoil the look of the picturesque Italian countryside. Solar panels on our hills, which are a place for tourists, are not always pleasant, the minister said, calling for caution and moderation in permitting the installation of solar panels. In contrast, the minister claims that small nuclear power plants are more efficient, as only 4 hectares of land are required to produce 300 megawatts, a fraction of the land required for solar parks. The Italian government's plans for the development of nuclear energy are an important step towards ensuring energy independence and reducing carbon dioxide emissions. These initiatives can become the basis for the long-term stable development of the country's energy industry. A return to nuclear power would also allow Italy to reduce its dependence on fossil fuel imports and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Taking into account the development of the latest technologies and the improvement of the level of safety of nuclear installations, nuclear energy can become an important component of Italy's energy strategy for the coming decades. The introduction of new legislative initiatives and investments in small modular nuclear reactors will allow Italy to preserve its natural landscapes while ensuring a stable electricity supply. The restoration of nuclear energy will be an important step towards achieving energy independence and ensuring the country's environmental sustainability. Thus, the government of Giorgia Maloney and the minister Gilberto Pichetto-Fratin are taking decisive steps to bring nuclear power back to Italy, which could have a significant impact on the country's energy policy and its environmental sustainability in the future. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel.